Hey, hello investors and future investors. Welcome to the channel. For today's video, we're going to be jumping into the options dashboard where I'm going to show you all the trades for the month of May. We're going to go through the activity and see whether this is going to be a good month or this is going to be a not so good month. Now, the whole purpose of me doing this kind of video is to show you guys that these results are possible even if you're trading with a smaller account. Now, if you're trying to use options in order to get some extra income, to go ahead and add to your 9 to 5 that you currently have, then this is definitely the right video for you. Welcome to Investment Gains. Let's jump right into it. Welcome back, investors and future investors. My name is Tim, and on this channel, I show you how I use my portfolio in order to make consistent income. So today's video, we're going to be jumping straight into the option dashboard, and I'm going to walk you through the trades I did for the month of May, and we're going to see how the portfolio did. So let's go ahead and get down and dirty with options. Let's go straight into the options dashboard. So here you can see we're on May. Now, as usual, I'm going to give you a brief walkthrough. I'm going to show you proof of at least one of these option strategies. Okay, so let's go ahead and get going. The first column that says open, this is the day that actually opened up the options trade. The second column says the expiration day. This is the date of expiration that I chose. The close column is the day I actually closed off. So these two may be different sometimes. Sometimes they're going to be the same. The days is going to be the amount of time I gave myself in order for the options to expire. The next one is going to be the symbol. So this here is UPST. And of course, you can always go ahead and see what stock this is. This here is going to be Upstart. The next column is going to be the action column. It actually tells you what option strategy that I used. Now this here says C spread. So that means I did a calendar spread on this one. Now, you're going to see here, you're going to have the strike price. The next column is going to be the quantity, how many contracts I actually did. This one here is my favorite column, which is the premium column. Just the amount of money that I received once I do the trade. The next column is going to be the close column. Whenever I close, sometimes I do not wait until expiration date for me to close it. I usually pay a little extra in order for me to get out of the trade. The next column is going to be the collateral column. The collateral column is very important based on the option strategy that you're going to be doing. My next favorite column is going to be this right here, which says P&L or profit and loss. This amount of money here represents the amount of money I gained or the amount of money I lost. The next column is going to be your ROC or your return on capital. And that's representative of either a gain on the trade or a loss on the trade. Now, this here is just some extra notes that we're going to be going through as the video goes along. So let's get started. So the first one, now I'm not going to be going through every single one of these. I do have videos for all the months starting January. So before we get into May, let me go back to April and show you how we did for April. So as you can see here for April, we finish off the month with a $2,071 gain for April. If you guys want to see how April went for the entirety, then I do have a video that says April monthly income. So let's go ahead and go back to May. Now, the first one is going to be Upstart. I did a calendar spread. Of course, I forget to put a strike price here, and this is the amount of money I received. As you can see, I have not closed it yet because the expiration date is going to be June 27th. The next one is a very, very nice favorite of mine, which is going to be SG or Sweet Green. I'm running what's called the PMCC on this, or the Poor Man's Covered Call. Now, I want to highlight SG option right here. Now, the strike price I chose was the $20 strike price. I had one contract. I got filled at $20. Now, here's the big thing. The collateral for SG or Sweet Green was $900. Currently, this stock is trading at around, I think, way less than this. We're actually going to jump into this so I could show you. When at the end of this, I did receive $20, and that's going to be closed on June. I will win this trade because I'm going to show you why in just a second. And the $20 represents a 2.2% return. Now, with Sweet Green, I do mention this in some of my videos. I used to work for this company, so I know the inner workings of this company. That's why I decided to get into this stock. Now, before we continue with the rest of them, let's just jump into Sweet Green. Now, as you can see here, I do have one contract here, but to the bottom, I have four contracts. There's a reason for that. And let's go ahead and jump into Robinhood so I could show you. So here we are on my sweet green calls, and like I showed you in the dashboard, it's the $20 call, it's $20 strike price. Let's go ahead and go down. Now, I did show you my average cost was $900. So what I did, the share price did reduce drastically. The current share price is at $13.52. So what I decided to do is call DCA, or dollar cost average, on your leaps option. So as the share price went down, I continued to buy additional long calls using this stock. So now I'm up to 4 contracts. As you can see right here, I have 4 contracts. And what I've done, what DCA does is that it reduces your average cost. My average cost was at $900. Now you can see my average cost is at $344. Now, if you need any help with how to DCA in options or DCA in stocks or even DCA in leaps option, then just let me know in the comments below. Now, as you can see here, I have a total return. This is for the last trading day of $120. However, overall, I'm down about almost $600, which is 44% on just this trade alone. But here's the key thing. Every single option trader, whether you buy options, whether you sell options, we're always right. The one thing we do get wrong is always going to be the strike date. Now, although I'm down 41% or almost $600, I still have about 7 to 8 months in order for this trade to go in my favor. So always make sure to pay attention to your strike date. That's one of the key components of trading options. If you guys want me to make a video about SG, how I got into it, and how I DCA with leaps options, just let me know in the comments below. Now let's go ahead and get back to the options dashboard. Next up, we have RGTI, and I actually sold RGTI. RGTI was trading very low, so I was not able to make a lot of good premium. As soon as the share price went back up, I went ahead and I sold it for a small gain. So you're not going to see this in the next month. The next one is IonQ. Once again, IonQ, I have decided I'm going to get rid of this as well because this share price has also gone up and is gone higher than my average cost. So now I'm going to close it in order for me to lock in some investment gains. That's why I make a little note here that says next. So come expiration date of June 6th, once I close out this contract, I will be saying goodbye to IonQ. Now, if you guys like how I manage my portfolio, just let me know in the comments below as well. Next, we have MU or Micron. And this one, I did a calendar spread as well. So the calendar spread is when you buy a long call and then you go ahead and use that long call in order to sell covered calls against it. The calendar spread is a bit different to the leaps option or the PMCC, where you have an even longer expiration date. As you can see, I got some money of $28 here, and my return on this was 0.57. The reason why I chose the strike price of 108 is because I'm extremely conservative when it comes to these kind of stocks. I do not want to get assigned, but I think these stocks are the stocks of the future. So I settled for $28, a 0.57% return, and I get to keep my long call in my portfolio in order for me to do this again and again. SMCI rolled over from the previous month. This is a no-brainer. This pays some insane premiums. TTD is another one. I also have a video on this where I showed you guys how this stock literally fell down. I was able to capitalize and get some calendar spread on this, and I was able to make consistent income, as you can see here. This one pays some super high premium. I'm almost at 7% returns right here. The next one is UNH or United Health. I did make a very serious video about United Health, where it's trading, what has happened to this company, and why I've decided to get into it. Now, I did go ahead and buy a leaps option on United Health, and I use that leaps option in order for them to sell covered calls. So that's why you see here says PMCC. This is another stock that's very volatile right now, but with volatility comes opportunity. So I'm using it right now to make consistent income. As you can see here, $51, which is a 2% return. Now, I can go down on the strike price. Currently, United Health is trading around $300 per share, but I always try to get a very high strike price, which is going to reduce the chance of me getting assigned, because the whole purpose of me doing a leaps option on this is that I benefit from the capital appreciation or the investment gains. So I was able to log this off, made a 2%, and right away I went ahead and sold another one. So you can see here, I closed this off on May 29th. On the very same day, I went ahead and I sold another call. The other call I sold, I received $110, which was twice as much as what I sold previously. That's just to show you how volatile this stock is right now. Now, I just explained the sweet green to you. I had one leaps option. When the share price dropped drastically, I was underwater on this trade, so I decided to add some extra long calls and I DCA my way into some long calls. Now, the total money I've made for the month is going to be 1,596. Now, this is May, and this is the lowest I've made so far starting January. The reason why I've made only this amount of money, 1,500, well, $1,600 is still pretty good. But for the past couple of months, I've been making $2,000 consistently. The only reason why it's down here is because I'm not sure if you guys noticed the changes. I'm doing more bi-weeklies now and monthlies, as opposed to before, I was doing a lot more weeklies. I have begun to travel even more. So I do not have time in order for me to do this. I've also accumulated 10 students to do one-on-one coaching. So I definitely do not have time to keep monitoring these stocks. So I will be doing bi-weeklies and monthlies. And if I come across a stock that's extremely volatile, then I may decide to do weeklies again. So for the videos moving forward, you're only going to be seeing bi-weeklies, and most of the time is going to be monthlies. I do not mind making a little less money in order for me to not be able to have to keep watching my computer or my phone over and over and over. So there you have it. That is how we did for the month of May. Now, before I go, I just want to give you guys a quick recap. So May, we did $1,600. April, we did $2,000. March, we did $1,800. $1,800, let's say $1,900. February, we did $2,000 right here. And January, I think we did $300. Where is it? January we did, yes, $367. Now, I've mentioned this to you guys before. No one could be a good option trader if you do not track your trades. So far, the whole point of me making these videos is to show you that even if the market is going up, even if the market is going down, if the market decides to go sideways, there's still opportunity for you to make money with the market. There are option strategies that can be used in order for you to consistently keep generating income. If you guys need any help with generating income via options consistently, then let me know. I do offer one-on-one coaching and I only have one spot left. I will leave the link in the description below. Now, if you guys like the video, go ahead, subscribe to the channel. I do my best to try to make sure I show full transparency here. If you guys want, you could always go back to the videos and just see the continuity and the consistency with just making money over time. Most importantly, go ahead and share this video with someone you think can benefit from its content. I'm trying to help as many people as I can get away from the 9 to 5 by using options as another income source. Now, until the next video, keep pushing your investments.